So, hello again, friends. You see, I got a comment, I got a question, a very interesting question about a device like this. This is a PowMr MPPT solar charge controller, 60 amps MPPT. And the person asked if it's possible to have a charge to the battery without the panels connected. That's kind of crazy. You see, his batteries are getting charged without having the panels connected. Man, this is impossible. You know, consider, to charge a battery, we need a power source. In our case, the sun, you know, through the solar panels, converted in electricity, getting into the machine, and again, you know, transferred to the batteries. You know, it's like having two buckets, an empty one and a full one, water, of course. To fill the empty one, you need a full one. Of course, you just transfer the water from one to another, you know. This is empty. This is empty too. How can you fill it without, I don't know. So, the point is, we shouldn't think about any kind of charging as long as we don't have an input power source. In our case, the solar panel. And for that, let me show you some stuffs here. So, I have a consumer. We just get rid of it, we don't care. Let me talk about the menu. We have a few pages here. When we connect the battery, we have this menu here. This is the first page, and that shows us very clear the panel's voltage, the input in this area, let's call it, the power transferred to the batteries, and this is in watts, and we have like 53, 54 watts now. I have a 75, 100 watts panels, I can't even remember. Alright, then page number 2, it shows the battery voltage, 3.5 volts in my case, because I'm using a 12 volt battery. That's only for supplying current voltage to my night solar garden lights. And as you can see here, we are charging now with 3.9, almost 4 amps. These are coming from the panel through the machine, doing the conversion, and then to the batteries. And we have another display here, number 4. This number here is not related to any voltage or current numbers, values. No, this is the state of the machine. In our situation, this is MPPT mode. So now this shows me that the charger is working in the MPPT mode. Alright, let's take out the panels. Panels are disconnected. Evidently, the machine went to number 3, which means night mode, no charging. Now, let me disconnect the battery. And you see, obviously, no power to the charger. You know, I recommend to have the panels connected first. So I'm connecting the panels first. Let me check the voltage, the input voltage. So this is the panel. And I have 19.8 volts. Okay. That's the voltage from the panel. Now, I'm connecting the battery. The machine should start. You can hear the fan spinning. This is the first reaction, checking the fan, and then obviously starting the charging. So once again, we are display number 1 here. We have the panel's voltage and we have the panel's power, 53 watts in our situation. Let's have some tests, by the way. I'm disconnecting the panel. I'll hook my multimeter, in fact, on amps, and I want to connect this in between the panels and the input. You see, the current is higher and higher, gradually, depends of the charger, and I'm reaching 2.5 amps input and that's because the wires, you know, have a high resistance. You know, this tester is not so great. Let's go here, and you see we have a around 1.5 amp at the input, let's say 2 amps, and delivers to the battery 2.3 amps. That's because the MPPT conversion. And as long as I'm here, let me have another interesting test. Let's see how much an MPPT solar charge controller like this will take in standby mode or night mode, you know, when evidently we have no panels. Yeah, everything is disconnected. So I'm hooking out the batteries and power on. Okay, so with a full lit LCD, we have like 100 milliamps on standby. This is the night mode, let's call it. You see no panels connected, and I'm pretty sure it's going down to like maybe 50-60 milliamps because now the panel is full light. Okay, 100 milliamps. So you do the math, see how much is taking for a night or cloudy days. Okay, let's put back everything. That's the battery. Come on. There we go. This is my, let's call it consumption output. And now let's have the panel back to the input. And finally, we see the panels are transferring 54 watts. The battery voltage 3.1. We are charging with 4 point something amps. So finally the story is no panels at the input, evidently no charging to the battery. So probably a better understanding of the system and reading the manual, it helps for clearing this situation. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope it's useful. Like always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, push the like button. I'm waiting your comments too. It's summer and the solar stuffs are back in attention, let's call it. Thanks to my sponsors. Thanks Rado from Belgium. Thanks Vlad from Anpia Records. Jack from States. And of course, until the next one, don't forget, have fun. See you. Bye bye.